There are moments in life when silence feels easier than words. We hold back what we truly feel, waiting for the right time, the perfect place, the exact moment when everything will align. But sometimes, that moment never comes, and by the time we find the courage to speak, it's already too late. This is a story about love, regret, and the powerful reminder that we should never wait to say the words that matter most. Michael grew up in a quiet town in Ohio where the streets slowed down at night and neighbors still waved as they passed by. He wasn't the kind of man who expressed himself openly. His father had raised him to be strong, to keep emotions tucked away like fragile glass that might shatter if exposed. So, Michael learned to love in silence. He carried his feelings quietly, offering help, offering presence, but rarely offering words. Among the people who knew him best was his sister, Emily. She was the opposite of Michael in every possible way. Where he was reserved, she was bold. Where he hesitated, she leaped. She would laugh loudly in grocery stores, hug strangers if they looked like they needed it, and never left a room without making sure people knew she cared. To Michael, she was more than just a sister. She was his reminder that love didn't have to be complicated. It could be simple, it could be spoken. But Michael never told her that. He assumed she knew. He thought his presence was enough. He thought being there spoke louder than words ever could, until one night changed everything. It was late September, the air already carrying that cool whisper of autumn. Emily had been driving home after visiting a friend. The road was familiar, the kind she could take with her eyes closed. But life doesn't ask permission before it turns. A truck running a red light collided with her car. The call came in the middle of the night, waking Michael from a dream he couldn't remember. When he arrived at the hospital, the sterile white walls and the rushing of nurses only deepened the sinking weight in his chest. Emily lay there, fragile in a way he had never seen her. Machines beeped, lights flickered, and Michael sat by her side, holding her hand that felt so small, so breakable. She was unconscious, unable to hear him. Or maybe she could. He didn't know. And that's when it hit him, the silence he had carried his whole life. All the words he never said, all the love he never voiced, were now pressing against his chest, begging to be released. But his lips trembled. His voice cracked. He whispered, "Emily, you know I love you, right? You've always been my light." His words broke out in fragments, but they were too few, too late, and too soft against the storm of machines echoing in that room. Emily passed away the next morning. For weeks, Michael lived in regret. He replayed every memory, every chance he had to say what he truly felt. He remembered birthdays where he only said, "Happy birthday," instead of, "I'm grateful you were born." He remembered holidays where he hugged her but never told her how much he admired her courage, her joy, her ability to love so freely. The silence haunted him, becoming louder than any words he had ever spoken. One evening, months after her passing, Michael walked into Emily's old room. Her books were still on the shelves, her notebooks stacked neatly in a corner. He sat on her bed and opened one of the journals. Inside, in her handwriting, were words that would change him forever. She had written, "Michael doesn't say much, but I know he loves me. I can see it in the way he shows up, in the way he never lets me feel alone. His silence isn't empty, it's full of care. But I hope one day he learns that saying it out loud doesn't make him weak. It makes him free." Michael wept. For the first time, he wept without holding back. He wept for the years of silence, for the words unspoken, and for the love that had lived inside him but never made it past his lips. And in that moment, something shifted inside him. He made a decision that would alter the way he lived the rest of his life. He decided he would never again let silence stand in the way of love. From that day forward, Michael changed. He started small. He told his mother he loved her before hanging up the phone. He told his coworkers he appreciated their help. He told his friends how much their presence meant in his life. It felt strange at first, uncomfortable even, as though he was wearing clothes that didn't quite fit. But with time, it became natural. With time, he realized that words were not just sounds, they were bridges. Bridges that connected hearts before it was too late. Years later, Michael shared Emily's story with his own children. He told them about the sister who taught him that love should never be delayed, that silence can be as heavy as stone, and that the 3 words, "I love you," can carry more weight than 1,000 silent gestures. And now, I'm sharing it with you. Because maybe you have someone in your life you've been meaning to tell. Maybe it's your mother who sacrifices quietly. Maybe it's your father who works tirelessly, but rarely hears your gratitude. Maybe it's your partner, your sibling, or even your friend who has been your anchor through storms. Whoever it is, don't wait. Don't let silence steal what words could give. Don't let regret become your teacher when love could be your guide. Love is not meant to be hidden. It's meant to be spoken, shared, and lived. And sometimes, a simple sentence spoken from the heart can heal wounds, strengthen bonds, and remind someone that they are not alone. So tonight, when you finish listening to this story, I want you to do one thing. Reach out to that person. Send the message. Make the call. Say the words you've been holding back. Don't wait for tomorrow. Don't wait for the perfect moment. Because the truth is, love is not about timing, it's about courage. And when you find the courage to love openly, you will discover something extraordinary. You will find freedom. So remember, this don't wait to love, because silence may be comfortable, but spoken love is unforgettable.